condemnation of this neo-Nazi march. Seeing widespread condemnation of this neo-Nazi march in Columbus, Ohio over the weekend. The White House this morning calling it a sickening display. The NBC affiliate in Columbus reported that this small group marched through part of that city on Saturday afternoon. They were carrying black flags with red swastikas and wearing red masks, chanting slurs into a bullhorn.
Down, down, down. Wow! Wow! Wow!
White House spokesperson Andrew Bates, in a statement to NBC News today, said President Biden abhors the hateful poison of Nazism, anti-Semitism, and racism, which are hostile to everything the United States stands for. We are seeing why.
All right, first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rukaha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. A healthy shalom to the hopeful elect, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. To you ribs, to you sisters out there, learning in silence and staying in order, I say to you all, shalom. So I saw this news clip in another platform. I think it was either Google or whatever it was, but it came up how these people here, I'm probably trying to find the video, but what I saw first was them walking on a bridge and police basically escorting them, and a mob of Jakes like behind them, almost like a block away, marching quickly behind them. And you know, the video I saw ended with no conclusion. I didn't know what happened, but from what I understood further was that they have to get up out of there, bro. Like, they had a U-Haul truck, and they all had to get in there and just get out. But, you know, they were boldly walking in downtown Ohio. You know, I don't know what time it was. It had to have been early. You know, Jake's not up early like that. And, you know, chanting slurs like that, you know, provoking the people, right? Making a public display. And this is happening. You know, it happens last time when Trumpito was elected president, and all of a sudden, all the woodwork, you know, they're coming up. You know, things like this, right? It's just being extra bold. Here's more of it, right? They're pepper spraying the people that are walking behind them. This is wild, man. This is just, like, you can just tell, man. They're looking for trouble. Some of these, most likely, you know, Esau's blessed with a sword, so he's probably got some swords on him. You know, the modern day gun, right? That's the modern day sword. They're just trying to kill somebody. Right here, you see them arguing. They get scared and they just shoot mace at the people. Right, and then run. Look at how cowardly they are. They're just walking away. We're coming into some interesting times, brothers. It's vexing, you know what I'm saying? But when you know what's really happening, man, it's kind of like you take it cheerfully, because you know at the end, you know, we're gonna laugh harder, right? They're gonna have to pay for that.
Wearing all black with red skull masks on their faces. They carried megaphones and flags with swastikas on them. Video shows the neo-Nazis yell the N-word at Holland and his friend Dante Bell multiple times. They believe that the men were trying to get a reaction out of people. Dante and Dwight feel this hate speech has no place in their neighborhood.
Well, most of them are cowards, you know. They don't want to show their faces. Like the KKK, they wear the hoods and whatnot. But, I mean, it's like I said, this is 2024.
All the race is really redundant if you really think about it, because we've been doing it for years. I just want us to all be peaceful. We can all be peaceful and love each other if we learn how to respect each other.
And police ended up confronting the group over on Goodale Street near 315, but police tell us that no one was injured and they did not make any arrests. Reporting in Columbus,
Nobody was injured. We literally saw a video of them pepper spraying Jake. Like, that's, to me, that's injury, right? For example, right, somebody gets mace who has asthma and they can't breathe. Usually that will cause a lot of concern, right?
Apparent Nazis demonstrated in a greater Cincinnati neighborhood, and the people living there immediately sent the message they're not welcome. WCPO 9 News reporter Sean Delancey shows us how they drove hate out of Lincoln Heights.
People from the historically black Lincoln Heights community.
People living there immediately sent the message they're not welcome. WCPO 9 News reporter Sean Delancey shows us how they drove hate out of Lincoln Heights.
Now, this is what I was talking about. I just found a still image of what I saw. Right, this is at the end where the mob got a lot closer. They were like a block away, walking really fast towards them. You see that U-Haul truck with the back open, getting ready to, skedaddle, as they say. That's a funny word, by the way. Yeah, man, they had that box truck open, getting ready to just jump in and take off after all that they did. And for what? What was the point of all that?
People from the historically black Lincoln Heights community were quick to tell a group of people waving swastika flags on that overpass over I-75 that they are not welcome here. In fact, that black blob on the concrete right over there is the charred remnants of one of those flags burned to a crisp. Waving swastika flags, some armed with rifles. Eric Ruffin took this video of a group of apparent Nazis in Lincoln Heights where he says they called him the N-word.
Officially letting you know there is racism in America. This is...
Yo, is this guy crying for real, bro? Like this is a shock to you? I don't know where he lives. But, I mean, I don't know, man. Can you be that comfortable here in Babylon to think that it's not even going on no more? That you think that, that this shit's over? Whenever you have, a country with multiple ethnicities inside of it, one ethnicity, no matter who that is going to be on top. And the rest are going to be at below. No matter what. They're going to have all the jobs. You're going to have all the houses, all the opportunities. I don't care who or what. You know what I mean? What country you're talking about. Let's say, for example, you got a place like Africa, right? Which is the land of Ham. Right? Ham is, he runs that whole place. There's so much resources there. Right? I'm not saying that there cannot be any other ethnic groups out there or nations. But if they did, right, they will be sub-citizens in a sense, right? Now, when you got a place like here in America where they promote, diversity and many nations come here, right? You still will have one on the top. And this is what you get, right? When that nation on the top feels threatened, right? You start seeing shows of flexing, right? Or power flexing, right? Power tripping.
absolutely ridiculous that I got to deal with this.
Other videos show counter-protesters breaking through a police line to confront them. The group that eventually grew to more than 100 took a swastika emblazoned flag and set it aflame, leaving just this blob. Charlene Evans helped set it on fire.
In this neighborhood, we do stand for something. This here turf is golden soil, and it won't be tarnished with things like that.
One man arranged bullets to spell out LH on the flag, a message not to return to Lincoln Heights. To lower the temperature,
we need you, Lord, now to come in the midst of it.
Lincoln Heights Baptist Church began a spontaneous prayer.
But it's all about faith. But we
Yeah, they pray in the name of JC. This is what kills me. Like, come on, man. You're praying to JC to get rid of Esau. It makes no sense, right? But our people have a zeal for the Lord, but not according to knowledge.
doing the work of God.
Still, anger went beyond the white supremacist display to the police who kept the group separate.
Nobody's coming to save us. They allowing the Nazis in.
In a statement,
She's right. They allow it. They have to allow it. And not only that, these Edomites had, like you saw, rifles, pepper spray. There was armed to the T. Now, you know, Jake, it's real hard for Jake to, you know, get a concealed license, you know, especially if, you know, they have criminal history or whatever it might be. So they can't get access to those type of weapons, man, which is, we're not supposed to be, you know, fighting our own battles that way. You know, we have to let the Lord fight our battles. And that's why I thought it was a trip when they was praying in a circle, praying to an Edomite God, right? I don't know, it's ironic to me.
The Evendale Police Department says that while the protest was very offensive, it was not illegal. Look, the Sheriff's Department responding in a statement of their own that they responded to de-escalate the situation and make sure that no one was hurt. Looking forward, Pastor Julian Cook has a message. There are obviously people who want to spread hate right now. To those people, what is your message?
You will not win. You will not win. You may try, but we have a history of being able to push past these things, as difficult as they may be. You will not win.
There has been a long list of statements and addresses from politicians, the NAACP, and more. For all of that, head over to WCPO.com. And Lincoln Heights, I'm sure.
Right, so now you see the stir of the people, right? We coming to an end of this. Mass deportations, right? We had a man who was disguising himself as an ICE agent. Let me see if I can pull that up.
As ICE agents carry out this sweeping immigration crackdown, President Trump has ordered in cities across the country.
Where you from? Mexico? You from Mexico?
A warning tonight from authorities about people impersonating those agents.
You're going back to Mexico.
In a video shared widely on social media, a South Carolina man police have identified as Sean Michael Johnson is seen telling the Latino driver of this truck he's going to be sent back to Mexico.
No, you cannot drive, bro. You have not a license. No, you cannot.
At one point, taking the keys out of the ignition, dangling them in front of the driver, and mocking his accent.
Don't be speaking that pig Latin in my country, bro.
Johnson, who police say tried to report the driver for not having a license.
Hey, man, you know, this man right here is lucky that he got two patient Jakes here, right? The patience on this Jake was great, you know. You're supposed to not, you know, act up like that, but, you know, let's say it was, you know, Hispanics from, you know, a certain background. It would have ended bad for him because he don't even move like a cop.
Was charged with kidnapping and impersonating a federal officer after the video circulated.
What do you think's gonna happen to this guy when he gets in there with mostly Jakes in North Carolina?
Johnson could not be reached for comment.
We are very concerned that this will actually continue to grow and spread.
Juan Proaño is the CEO of the League of United Latin American Citizens, the U.S.'s largest Latino civil rights organization.
Vigilantism is not new in America, but the January 6th pardons have really emboldened right-wing extremists.
Over the weekend, Philadelphia police say 3 men wearing black T-shirts with ICE written on them impersonated federal officers to gain access to a resident hall at Temple University. Police only identifying one of them as 22-year-old Aiden Stiegelman. The Defender Association of Philadelphia, which is representing Stiegelman, declined to comment.
You can protect yourself first and foremost by not opening the door. You are not obligated to open the door of your private property, even if law enforcement essentially comes knocking.
Last week in North Carolina, another horrifying incident when police say this man, Carl Thomas Bennett, was arrested for allegedly impersonating a law enforcement officer and sexually assaulting a woman at a Motel 6.
All right, man, we don't got to hear this part, but you get the gist of it, man. Things are revving up. These Edomites are taking matters into their own hands. Jacob's trouble is going to be ugly, right? And, you know, we just pray and watch, man. I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. A healthy Shalom, right, to 12 tribes scattered abroad who we know on this side of the hemisphere as the so-called Hispanics, the blacks, and the Native Americans. To you ribs, to you sisters out there learning in silence and staying in order, I say to you all, Shalom.